This book is about finding out who Brigid is for you, so it seems right to begin with who Brigid is for me. As a teacher of goddess-centered spirituality, I've often watched women search in a conscious way to find a matron goddess. The goddess, it is said, has 10,000 names, and all her myriad aspects can be bewildering. The idea of having one particular aspect of the great goddess who walks beside you on your path is empowering and mystical. For some women, the call is immediate and clear. A goddess's name is spoken, and a deep echo of that name resounds within the soul. For others, different goddesses step forward at different stages of the woman's life. Artemis leads a young woman warrior into righteous activism. Yemaya sings lullabies in harmony with a new mother. Caridwen brings wisdom and vision to the transformations of maturity. Inanna stands at the gate of the underworld when the time comes to drop the veils and release the earthly. When I first became aware of the goddess in the early 1980s, she came to me as the moon, an ever-changing goddess, light and dark and light again. This resonated with my own restless nature, and the concept of the triple goddess, when I learned of her, made sense too. She is maiden, mother, and crone, all in one and separate, and it's a mystery that can't be comprehended in any rational way. I like mystery in the deepest sense of that word. Mystery is the foundation of faith for me. To accept that some things just can't be analyzed or defended logically, and yet are profoundly true. The vastness of the sacred feminine, going back so many thousands of years, filled me with awe. Holding a small replica of the goddess of Willendorf in my hands, I felt a shiver of recognition. Having awakened to the great goddess of 10,000 names, I naturally wanted to know some of those names better. Like many women, my first knowledge of goddesses came in childhood with the Greek and Roman myths. Looking at them through adult eyes, it was as if faint pencil sketches suddenly sprang into richly detailed paintings. In particular, Persephone spoke to me. I felt a strong affinity with the pull between her upper world and underworld aspects. As I grew older, I understood better how Persephone's descent each year isn't a punishment or a sacrifice. In the underworld, she is queen. She has a purpose that calls forth her skills and her power. She comes into her own. She offers divine service. One difference between devotee and priestess is the offering of service. To offer my life in service to the goddess, however she wished to use it, was the vow I wanted to take as priestess. But, like someone who wants a long engagement before the wedding, I waited many years before taking that vow. I heard a whispering around the edges of my consciousness, felt gentle tugs at my sleeve. Some piece was missing, though. Something that would snap it all into focus for me. In the early 1990s, my path came to a crossroads, with significant changes in several realms. To get some clarity, I had a D-Lagoon reading with the Aruba priestess Louisa Tish. Sitting in my living room, her gaze direct and discerning, she said that I was a daughter of Ocean, the Orisha of love, beauty, and delights. The oracle declared that I was called to commit myself to the path of priestess, and that Ocean would welcome me into her tradition if I wished. But the first step was to consult my ancestors. Their approval and blessing would be needed if I were to proceed down this path. I was tempted and terrified. The idea of a strong religious community, of living teachers in a living tradition, was something that had called to me since childhood. Tish and I parted with the understanding that I could get in touch with her if I got the nod from my ancestors. And here is where Brigid enters the story. I asked my ancestors, and they said without hesitation that I needed to study and follow my own ancestral spiritual heritage, and not go herring off in such a wild pursuit of something sparkly in the distance. They know me well. So I asked, what is that heritage?